What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this random ass live stream. Yeah, I just put my daughter down for a little nap. It is what time is it? 3:09 p.m. on the East Coast in Florida, and yeah, she just went down for a nap. I just gave her a little late lunch, and I figured I'd hop on here and shoot the shit with you guys until she wakes up. But welcome, one and all. There's no video games today. Tonight there will be video games. Tonight I'll play KOTOR, but for now, it's just me, the music, which maybe it's too quiet? I don't know, we'll see. Welcome, JJ, good to see you, man. Sapity, good to see you as well. K2, Lord Edgeboy, the McGinnis Experiment, Shadow Shade 19, Ethan, Andrew Douglas, Mighty Gonk, Lego My Django, 0M80, Star Warrior Productions, Baggings, Baron. One and all, welcome. So yeah, I guess let's treat this as like a Q&A, I suppose. I don't know. When's the next Clone Wars video coming out? Hopefully on Sunday. I have 2 videos already uploaded and scheduled for Friday and Saturday. And I will probably either watch the Brothers episode tonight or tomorrow morning and try to hammer out that video by Sunday. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. I was out of town for the past week, pretty much, and didn't get a chance to finalizing a Clone Wars video. Hayden Christensen in episode 9. I'd be fine with it. Like I made a video about that. I'd be 100% fine with that. Are you excited for the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Daniel? Yeah, you know, I'm pretty excited. I'm sure once I go there, I'll kind of get the bug and be excited for it. But as of right now, man, like I'm super glad that it's being made. I can't wait to go, but I'm in no rush. Like I might wait 5 years until we take our daughter to Disney to actually go. Yeah, I'm in no rush, man. I'm sure the initial rush to get there will be absolutely insane. So yeah. Scenery looked awesome. The trip was good, Max. Appreciate you asking. Yeah, New Hampshire was gorgeous. Boston was chaotic but fun as hell. Had a really good time. Had a really good time. Greedo, I just want to thank you for telling us about the band Lembeck. It's now one of my favorite bands. Nice, CT. Yeah, Lembeck has been like me and my buddies' go-to road trip band forever, specifically the Hi Everything's Great album. That is my all-time favorite like road trip album. Can't get enough. Absolutely love it. And I've been listening to it since it came out, so it's been a long time of me listening to the same album. I'm not much of a Halo fan, old man. I've never played them.
At school RN, second day, overall organization is a mess. Doing nothing with the teachers, dying of heat, not leaving until 7:10 p.m., 5:10 p.m. RN.
Raptark, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of this random afternoon live stream hangout, Lightspeed Lounge, whatever the hell you want to call it. I appreciate that, man. At school right now, second day, overall organization is a mess, doing nothing with the teachers, dying of heat, not leaving until 7:10 p.m. That is a late day. I guess I guess your class probably just recently started. Yeah, I've had classes and stuff like that, right? I think we all have. Where, well, first of all, congratulations once again. But I think we've all had those classes or teachers or courses that kind of feel like organized chaos in a way, right? You don't really know what's going on. The teacher doesn't seem to really know what's going on. You're just going through the motions, going through the syllabus. Everybody's asking a bunch of questions. It kind of makes it fun. I kind of miss it, to be honest. I might be going back soon, using my GI Bill, the last bits of it, and going back for something soon. But we'll see. But those late, yeah. It's been, I'm trying to think, when's the last truly chaotic late class that I had? Probably, well, I had, I really enjoyed this class, but a couple years ago, I took a, it was like an Illustrator class, like a, yeah, you know, like Adobe Illustrator, graphic design kind of class, typography, all that stuff, and it was a late class. The professor, you know, he was a nice guy, but everybody, he wasn't, he was older, and he couldn't really control the class, and everybody was always cutting up and or like saying, like rolling their eyes and saying it was super boring. And that was that class was a struggle, because he, as much as you want to like somebody, and as much as they're like a super nice guy, and you know, he knows his stuff, but the problem with a lot of teachers is that it's just boring, right? You have to be engaging. You have to be engaging. You can't sound like a robot when you're teaching a class, right? And that's what this guy kind of sounded like. So people would just like show up, sign in, immediately get the fuck out of there and leave. I never did that, just because I don't know, I feel bad like walking in and immediately leaving this guy. Not that he gives a shit, he's still getting a paycheck, right? But just like, this guy, the next 3 hours are blocked off for this class, and he has nowhere else to go. If everybody leaves except for one person, he has to stay. I don't know. Anyway, Raptark, thank you. I just went on a random ass tangent. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate that. Tell me about it. Biology is so boring. Yeah, I've never been good at school, unless it's topics that I'm really interested in. I find biology fascinating. I do not have the brain power to sit down and actually learn it big time, you know. Been reading anything Star Wars or otherwise? Extremist02. Yeah, I'm actually, according to my Kindle, 43% done with Bloodline. The Star Wars Bloodline book by Claudia Gray. And it is fantastic so far. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to give any details. What? What? Well, jump up, shithead. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Bloodline, I've only read, out of the new canon, I've only read Last Shot, the Han Solo book, and Thrawn. And so far, Bloodline is my favorite. Even though I'm like halfway done with it, it is the Star Wars book that has hooked me quicker than the other two. And as of right now, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I just find there's mystery involved. There's a little bit of espionage. It's a really, really good read. It kind of reads like a mystery thriller in a way. I don't know. I really like it. I really like it. Oh. Other than that, no. I haven't read much of anything. Have you been watching Resistance recently? Lorenzo. No, I haven't. And that's nothing against Resistance. I like the show. I just prioritizing the Clone Wars right now. Trying to get through that in anticipation for when the Clone Wars comes back, you know. And it's funny, like, people say, you got almost a year. Yeah. I'm taking care of a kid. Like, I do other shit besides Greedo. You can't sit down and watch a couple episodes of Resistance. No, it takes me a day to make videos. I don't just click on my fucking webcam and talk for 10 minutes and then stop the cam and hit upload. I think I would jump off a goddamn building and feel creatively bankrupt if I did that. But yeah, eventually my plan is to finish the Clone Wars, watch the new Clone Wars season that's coming, go to Rebels, and then Resistance. I don't know if that's set in stone because, you know, we're going to have The Mandalorian. Going to have that Diego Luna show. What's it? Cassian Andor show. So I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. All right, let me take a little sip of water here. 3 Nalgene 32-ounce bottles a day. That's what I do.
Fly casual.
Hey Greedo, what was your rate in the Navy?
Andres Cazares? I'm sure I butchered that. Andres, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support and the interesting question. Hey Greedo, what was your rate in the Navy? I was an AZ, Aviation Maintenance Administration man. And, oh, one sec, my cat is stepping on the keyboard. Basically, my job, well, yeah, I'll go into it. My job was basically to catalog every component of an aircraft, specifically. Oh, one sec.
We should be getting the name of episode 9 soon.
Steven, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. I got this fucking... Get off the goddamn desk, cat. All right. Andres, thank you so much once again. It's, you know... It's not exciting. Most Navy jobs are not exciting. Most Navy jobs are maintenance, maintainers, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would catalog all components of SH-60 Bravo helicopters, from engines to, you know, struts to basically anything. Catalog their hours, schedule maintenance. I put together like maintenance training guides, stuff like that. Along with that, I was Auxiliary Security Force at Mayport and NAS Jax, which is kind of like I stood base duty and went to the range a bunch, you know. And I was also plane captain qualified, which if you're in aviation, most people, I believe, get plane captain qualified. Depending on, I think most maintainers get plane captain qualified, which is, if you watch like Top Gun, you have the sticks in your hand and you have the cranial and you have your flight vest and you're doing the hand motions, right? Start the engine, taxi, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I miss it, man. Thank you for letting me go down memory lane a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, Andres. Are you in? I'm curious. Are you in?
Fly casual.
Working on a series called Clone Revolution, between episodes 3 to 4 up to Rebels. It's about rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi. Thoughts?
Lego my Django, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Stephen W. Fothery, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I apologize for the delay. We should be getting the name of episode 9 soon. Yeah, I am not holding my breath. Let me make sure I can see the baby monitor real quick. She's taking a nap. Before I know it, I'm just gonna like look down. I have the sound off because she sleeps with a sleepmate, like a noisemaker, you know, and I don't want that to actually, can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the static of the sleepmate? Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, Steven, I am not holding my breath or anticipating getting a episode 9 title anytime soon, until Celebration. That makes the most sense to me, right? Why, you know, if we haven't had it yet, why not wait for Celebration? It is right around the corner. We're going to obviously get a teaser of some sort. We're going to get the title, I believe, there. We're going to get information about The Mandalorian, the Diego Luna show, the Clone Wars saved, or the new season of the Clone Wars. We're going to get information about Jedi Fallen Order, probably more games, more Battlefront stuff, more whatever. I mean, this might be like just the biggest Star Wars celebration in terms of content being released and revealed and announced ever. You know, it's going to be crazy. So yeah, Steven, I'm guessing sometime for the episode 9 panel is when we're going to get the title. I would be, you know, I'm probably wrong, but I would be very surprised if we got it before then at this point, you know. Not saying it couldn't happen. It totally could happen. I just don't see why at this point, a month away from Celebration, why not just have a huge bash and just kick it off with the title, kick it off with a teaser. Imagine not knowing the title of episode 9 until the teaser ends and you see the title at the end of the teaser. That's kind of what I want. That's kind of what I want.
I don't
All right.
know. Fly casual.
I am in. I'm a CT and have been in 2 years.
Oh, nice.
I always knew you were a veteran and I was curious. Thanks.
Andres, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. What do they call crypto guys? There's a name for them. Like a not like a slang, but like a nickname for crypto guy. I'm gonna look it up after I answer this. What it's crypto something. I can't remember exactly what. I'll have to look it up. Give me one sec, Andres. Lego My Django, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Working on a series called Clone Revolution between episodes 3 to 4 up to Rebels. But oh, so between episodes 3 to 4 up to I see. It's about rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi. Thoughts? So the rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi in between 3 and 4. And I'm assuming this is a Lego project? That's cool. Okay, let me read this again. Just kind of let me put my brain where in the timeline of what this is. Working on a series called Clone Revolution between episodes 3 and 4 up to Rebels, okay? It's about rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi. Thoughts? I like it as like fan fiction. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. There's so much interesting shit in the Star Wars universe, so many avenues, so many different, I mean, it's a big-ass universe, right? That to make some, I don't know if it is a clone or a Lego thing, but to make a Lego thing with that story, you can create your own little offshoots and like side stories. I think there's so much room for that kind of stuff. And rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi, why not? That's kind of neat. I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm just trying to picture like rogue clones forming a rebellion with rogue Jedi, so that they're not succumbing to Order 66. Somehow you have some Jedi surviving. Why not? Why not? That's what I like. I'm actually working on kind of like a Ken Burns style documentary in the Star Wars universe, and I am not going off of any real canon shit. I am making everything up. Battles, tactics, everything up. Planets. I'm making all of it up. And that's what I kind of like about Star Wars. It's a sandbox. Sure, there is the canon, but for the most part, it's like a choose your own adventure thing, right? If you want to make some offshoot stories, they work. I like it. I like it. But yeah, Lego My Django. I appreciate that super chat, man, and keep it up. Andres, I'm a CT and have been in 2 years. Oh, nice. I always knew you were a veteran, and I was curious. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Let me look up CT. I know they're some kind of cryptologic technician. Okay, I didn't know it was a technician. That was what it stood for. Let's see. Where is your A school? I'm curious. Oh yeah, that's the nickname. That's right. Let's see. That's a badass rate, man. Oh, there's specialties. So you're a CT. CTA administration, CTI interpretive. CTM maintenance, networks, collection, technical. Did you say you were technical? I see. That's pretty badass, man. I'm gonna look up A school. Let's see. Where's your A school? No. CTA school. A school. A school duration, CT ratings. A school. Where the hell? The class, A school, durations, the location, and corresponding heading below. Most CTs go through A school in Pensacola. Oh, okay. I'm a CTI, and mine was in Monterey, California. CTI is CTI interpretive. Nice. Interpretive. CTIs are the Navy's linguistics. They specialize in analysis of adversary developments, radio, telephone communications, and preparation of statistical studies and technical reports requiring knowledge of a foreign language. Well, that shit is going to take you a long way. If you decide to get out of the Navy, you are set up for life with with being a CT for sure, man. It's like a nuke almost, like, you know, a nuke. That's why the Navy what is your enlistment bonus? I'm curious, man. These specialized rates, like my buddy's brother is a nuke, and they were just throwing like 80K at him for his re-enlistment bonus. He's getting out because he's got like a job for Google lined up. So he's spent 10 years in. He's saying, nah, I don't need that enlistment bonus. And now he's getting out and getting a job at Google. Nukes are smart as shit. And this kid, I have to tell you about this kid for a second. Super proud of him. You know, he was always the kid that you'd probably worry about. Plays too many video games. Yeah, played video games over his studies and stuff like that. And when he graduated from high school, he decided to enlist. He took the ASVAB. They were like, holy shit, this guy's smart. They made him, or they offered him a nuke position, which he's basically like in charge of nuclear propulsion, nuclear engines and stuff like that on aircraft carriers. That is his baby. And now he's just set, you know, he just unlocked his potential that maybe he himself didn't even know he had. It's just incredible. It's incredible. Anyway, I appreciate that, Andres. Let me take a little sip of water. There we go. Might see you and McGregor Obi-Wan in episode 9. No, I am Pi. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. You know, I'll never say never to any of it, but I kind of think, if anything, it'll just be Anakin, but I doubt that even. I kind of have a feeling it's just going to be very, very subdued with that kind of stuff. We're going to see, I'm guessing we're going to see Luke Force Ghost at most. But I think for the most part, episode 9 will focus on, and I hate speculating, you know, but for whatever reason, I'm doing it right now. I really think it's going to focus on the new generation. And because that's where this story is, you know. I don't really care to see a bunch of cameos from a bunch of dead people in Star Wars universe. I would go casual, the Nick, for sure, to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And eventually I'm going to go. Eventually I'm going to go, but I am in no rush. The crowds will be insane. They'll be insane forever, for a long time. But, yeah. I would not want to go to, I would not want to go to Galaxy's Edge in costume, in my Stormtrooper armor. It is so cumbersome, man. You can't sit down in it. They probably wouldn't even allow you, you know? Well, yeah. How do you feel about Thrawn, Brony Drone? You know, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Thrawn. I like him in moderation. He's kind of like, you know, how do I've described him as the detective from Murder on the Orient Express, where he's just too good, right? Walks into a room, he knows exactly how this happened, just because there's a piece of hair on the ground and a butcher's knife in the corner. And then his brain just tells him, you know, how exactly this happened, and it's just too good. Thrawn is like, I'm not going to tell anybody, and I'm just going to be the best have the best strategies, and oh, one sec. And just dominate everybody, and this scene after scene after scene where Thrawn is just the best tactician in the history of tacticians. And to me, it got a little exhausting reading Thrawn, where he's just too goddamn good. You know what I mean? But in moderation, I like Thrawn. In moderation, yeah. Funny if Ep has a primitive Stone Age species coming to the aid of the resistance helped on the First Order. Sound familiar? I doubt it. I doubt it's happening. I doubt it. My guess with that is Billy D. Williams and the Cloud City, the Bespin crew. He's still going to be in charge of some kind of I don't know, force there, and they're going to come to the rescue of the Resistance. They're going to come to the, you know, they called for reinforcements at the end of The Last Jedi. They were hoping for a little bit of help, and that, I think, is how Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, is going to come into play in Episode 9. We'll see. Oh, man. I don't know anything about Warhammer. I literally don't know anything. Just giant mech suits. That's about the extent of my Warhammer knowledge. What do you think of KOTOR so far? King of Light. I'm really enjoying it. I think I've kind of got the basics down, so now, you know, when I stream it, I'm not fumbling around like a dipshit. I can pretty much, I think I've got the game down, with some exceptions that I haven't really looked into, you know. But no, I've really been enjoying it. Yeah, like I said, when the game came out in 2003, I was just into other shit. I was about to be I was a junior in high school, playing a bunch of other games, doing a bunch of other stuff, and if I did play video games, it was usually like Counter-Strike or something like that. Yeah, but yeah. Do you like the despecialized editions? Movie Man, I do. Yeah, I have them. If I watch Star Wars, you know, I usually watch those just because it's convenient. I have them on my PC, you know. I got my Blu-ray discs, all that shit, but the despecialized is kind of where my heart is because it's as close to the original as we can see, right? I can't believe she's still sleeping. I bet she wakes up in the next 3 minutes. We'll see. Do you like any of the Metro games? Ghost Fixter. Oh man. I think I played the first one. I think that's the only one that I've played. Let me open up Steam. I'm curious. I don't always. I usually stream for an hour. The only reason I'm streaming potentially for 30 minutes right now is because my daughter only takes 30-minute naps. And she's taking a nap right now.
I don't know. Fly casual.
Gonna see the
Nice.
Apollo 11 IMAX movie over the weekend. Some supplemental material before I finally see First Man. They shall not grow old in space, grinning face with big eyes.
Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. To answer the Metro question, one sec. The only one that I've ever played is Metro 2033. I don't know if that's the first one. And by played, I mean I only have 53 minutes logged in it. So, yeah. I don't play very many games, man. When I do, it's usually multiplayer stuff with my buddies. Ryan Harp, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support. Gonna see the Apollo 11 IMAX movie over the weekend. Some supplemental material before I finally see First Man. They shall not grow old in space. I really want to see They Shall Not Grow Old. And I really, really want to see Apollo 11. Apollo 11 is not... Actually, let me check. Let me check real quick. Apollo 11 IMAX. Nearby showings. Let's see. Village IMAX. Sorry, Ryan, let's see. Yeah, like, my local IMAX theater is not showing Apollo 11. Nothing is showing Apollo 11 around me. It sucks. I really, really want to see it. I'm sure eventually it'll be out on 4K or Blu-ray or something like that. But I'm really excited for it. Like I've said, I have a shitload of books on the subject. I've seen countless documentaries. I own DVDs and Blu-rays, documentaries and whatnot. And the subject never gets old to me. I love diving into new ones whenever they come out. Apollo 11 looks extremely well done, well put together from the trailers that I've seen. And there's new footage, new never before seen footage. That, you know, that's the problem with a lot of documentaries. You know, you kind of start mulching over the same shit. As interesting as it is, you know, you've seen the footage. As mind-blowingly incredible and historic as it is, you've seen the footage. That's why I really like a documentary called For All Mankind. It's a Criterion collection, For All Mankind. When did it come out? 1989. For All Mankind is a documentary about the Apollo program. And it's not really, how do I put it? It's almost like a road trip film, because it's all footage taken from the perspective of the astronauts, taken from the perspective of the people on the ground and stuff like that. You know, it's an interesting kind of, you know, there's no like Gary Sinise narration like When We Left Earth has, which I love. When We Left Earth, this is all from the astronauts' perspective, from their view, their voices, their camera work. So in that sense, For All Mankind, I love it as an Apollo documentary because it's very unique in that sense. But dude, I'm jealous of you. I cannot wait until Apollo 11 becomes available for home viewing, because unfortunately that's probably when I'll be able to see it. It's very rare that I go to the movie theaters. Like, me and my wife, we haven't seen a movie we haven't gone to the theater since Solo. And my daughter's about to turn 11. So it's been a long time since we've gone to see a movie. Now occasionally we'll watch something on Netflix or something, but yeah. I finally saw First Man the day it came out on Blu-ray or 4K. Well, it took me a couple weeks because some family stuff. But when I watched it, I was absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away. One of the best biographies I've ever seen. A great depiction of Neil Armstrong, kind of deadpan, analytical. Yeah, anyway. Ryan Harp, see First Man after you watch Apollo 11. Do it. But I appreciate the shit out of that super chat, man. I really do. Oh, and my daughter is waking up. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let me see what she's doing. Sometimes she'll flip over and fall back to sleep. Actually, I have to feed her a bottle right now, actually. Alright, guys. Let's see. Yeah, she's awake. She's awake. Alright, guys. I gotta hop off, go feed her a bottle, and start preparing dinner. We eat early, and then put the baby down. And have times for ourselves. So, alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this random afternoon live stream. I'd love to do more of these throughout the day, you know, when she decides to nap. Maybe I'll start doing these a few times a week, along with my normal nighttime live streams, but, alright guys, let me run down the list. Ryan Harp, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Andres Cazares, thank you for the super chat, or CT, maybe CT3? I'm going to say CT3. CT3, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Lego My Django, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Stephen W. Fathery, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Raptark, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Alright guys, I'll see you tonight if you want to tune in for a little KOTOR live stream action. If not, I will see you. I'll see you at some point. Anyway. Alright, guys. See ya. Oh, shit. One sec. Mateo, give me 1 sec. I don't want to leave your super chat hanging there.
Fly casual.
What you think about Luke Skywalker in EP9? Is he alive or Force Ghost?
Mateo, thank you.
I invite you to watch my channel.
Mateo, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Alright, my daughter is actually... Now she's waking up, but I got a couple minutes before. She never cries when she wakes up. She just starts, like, looking around and talking to herself. Mateo, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. What do you think about Luke Skywalker in Episode 9? Is he alive or Force Ghost? I invite you to watch my channel. Oh, I definitely think... Well, he's dead. I don't think he's coming back in physical form. In Force Ghost, yeah, I'd be very surprised if we don't see that, you know. I think he's going to fulfill the role of, like, a Obi-Wan Kenobi, or a Ben Kenobi from A New Hope. Or throughout the original trilogy, rather, for Luke, you know. I think Luke is going to kind of fulfill that role for Rey. That being said, I don't know what he's going to be doing. I don't think he's going to be doing anything crazy. I think, like I said, he's just going to be pretty subdued. He's going to be helping Rey along in her journey as best he can as a Force ghost. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. I thought his farewell in the physical form was beautiful. One of my favorite moments in the entire saga. But yeah. Alright, guys. I gotta get going. But I appreciate the support today, guys. And I am hopping off now. The music is... It's a ULOT's Galactic Delivery soundtrack. Up at the tip top. Alright, guys. See ya.